I became my leukemia-stricken sister's backup organ bank. My parents kept me locked at home, giving both my kidney and bone marrow, until one day my sister needed a heart. My parents begged, "We're strategists. Once your sister's favorability level hits 100, we'll get a huge reward from the system." Ultimately, I gave my life, yet they still failed. It was because my sister's name was originally mine. I was their true target. The college entrance exam is tomorrow, but I can't find my admission ticket. My parents brought me to the hospital. They had me look at my sister, covered in bruises and burning up with fever. Their eyes fell on me, and they gently said, "Sophia has always been understanding. Of course she'll donate her bone marrow, right? After all, Tracy is your blood sister. If you don't save her, who will? How is an exam more important than your sister's life? We've raised you for so many years. Sophia won't turn her back on us, right? When we were kids, if my sister wanted my backpack, I'd give it to her. If my parents glanced at my chicken leg during meals, I'd give it to my sister. Even my awards were all replaced with her name. In my previous life, I chose to be an obedient child. I knew they hid my exam ticket, yet I pretended not to know. I was heartbroken to give up my future, yet I acted like it was worth it. They showed that predictable smile, with me firmly in their grasp. After my surgery, they locked me up at home again. Sophia's a good sister. If anything happens to your sister, you'll give everything to save her, right? I had no choice, becoming my sister's human spare parts bank. If her condition worsened, I'd get sent to the operating room. Long needles drained vial after vial of blood. Sharp surgical knives repeatedly cut into my skin. In my youth, my hair fell out, my skin dried and dulled, my eyes clouded. Till my sister's heart failed, I underwent my final surgery. I died. Luckily, I got a second chance at life. How could I follow the same road to death and pain again? I stared at the two in front of me, always so good at emotional manipulation. Seeing me silent, they turned stern. "What are you hesitating about? We raised you to be a good sister. You can't be so selfish. Has everything we taught you been for nothing?" Tears fell, and choking up, I said, "I'm heartbroken that my sister is in danger. Of course I'll save her." Their faces softened, and they exchanged a knowing glance. "That's our good Sophia." Then I cried, holding them, and shouted, "You're testing me, right? After all, you're the best parents in the world. You wouldn't really have a minor about to take exams donate bone marrow, would you? You must have already signed the surgery papers yourselves, because only parents love their kids the most. Parents, thank you for your trouble. Don't worry, I'll keep my sister in mind. You go ahead with the surgery." People in the hospital corridor stopped, watching my dramatic plea. A pregnant woman wiped her tears. Only true parents know selfless love. Others nodded in agreement, and a man called out, "Young lady, you're taking the exam, right? Make sure you top the class to honor your parents' efforts." I nodded firmly with tears in my eyes. My parents have always cherished us. They are the most selfless people. My parents looked at me in disbelief, frozen, sweating nervously, even clenching their fists. They exchanged a fearful glance, and I was laughing inside. Emotional manipulation? I can do that too. My dad tried to speak, finally forcing out, "No, there's no slot for the surgery right now, so it's postponed." In the crowd, the helpful man chimed in, "No worries, I know the department head. They'll arrange the surgery." Their faces drained of color. Mom started sweating bullets, looking helplessly at Dad. He swallowed hard and whispered in her ear, "We've come this far. We have to go through with it. If we donate, it'll surely move Tracy. When we win her over, the $1 million will be ours." Mom bit her lip. "Once we have the money, we'll travel the world. I never want to see that brat Sophia again." She shot me a venomous look. My last life taught me what that million meant. My parents were bound to a strategy system that would reward $1 million if they earned Tracy's complete favor. They used favoritism as a tool to raise her favor levels. The higher they lifted my sister, the lower they stepped on me. I glanced back at my mom with pity. In the end, their efforts would all come to nothing because they forgot. Tracy was originally my name. After my sister was born, they said I was too dark-skinned for a good name, so they gave it to her, renaming me Sophia. But for now, I had no plans to reveal the truth to them. The game had just started. Why spoil the ending early? The college entrance exam lasted 3 days. In my past life, I never even got to step foot in the exam hall. This time, I seized the opportunity. The drizzle was endless during the exam days, but it cleared up when the final paper ended. I caught a ray of sunshine. The gloom lifted, the skies cleared. I took a cab to the hospital. My dad, compatible for the transplant, had just emerged from surgery. He was hearty, sitting by the bed, while my mom peeled an apple for my sister. As soon as she saw me, her face fell. "You gave up donating bone marrow for a test?" I don't want to acknowledge a selfish ingrate as my child. If I knew, I'd have squeezed the life out of you at birth. I shrugged. If Dad could also match, why did it have to be me? Do you parents actually not love her and have some other motive? Their eyes darted instantly, unsure. Watching my sister's reaction, terrified her favor would drop. When I called him out, my dad got angry and yelled, "You're just trying to cause trouble. Your mom and I love Tracy the most. You're just jealous. Get out of here." I just chuckled and replied, "That would actually be great." I pulled out the surgery report the doctor had just given me. My sister's surgery didn't go well, similar to last time, and it caused some kidney damage. But unlike before, when I donated the kidney this time, I stared fiercely at my mom. Dad has already donated the bone marrow. Now that Tracy needs a kidney, I'm sure you'd love to donate, right? After all, we have 2 kidneys. Donating one won't really hurt. You are Tracy's loving mom, aren't you? Mom shakily took the report and read it, not believing her eyes. She stepped back, gritting her teeth. "How can this be? We just had surgery. Why are there so many problems?" Dad coughed and frowned, cutting her off. My sister looked at her, silently questioning. I stared and said with a smirk, "It's just one little kidney. Mom, you wouldn't be unwilling to donate, would you?" Mom gave a terrible smile, as my sister's piercing gaze focused on her. Stammering, she said, "Of course. I'd do anything for Tracy, even give my life." But then she dragged me into the hallway, her face twisted with a cold, snake-like expression. "What are you playing at? I'm really disappointed in you. If you go in right now and say you'll donate your kidney, I'll forgive you this once." I couldn't even be bothered to pretend. I just gave her a disdainful look. She got angry instantly. "If that's your attitude, then I'll kick you out and cut off all ties." My eyes started to light up. "Cut ties?" Seeing I wasn't scared, her fingers trembled with rage, and she couldn't even manage a word. That day, all the relatives were called over to witness the supposed breaking of family ties. My mom thought I was scared and said in a pretentious manner, "You can still take it back. Admit your mistakes, and you'll still be our good daughter." But if being a good daughter means giving up everything, even my life, for my sister, sorry, I'm done with that. My dad, still full of energy after surgery, kicked me down and started beating me. "Ungrateful child. Disloyal wretch. I'll beat you to death today and clean this house." He pulled off his belt and whipped it across my face, leaving burning red marks. My aunt, stunned and furious, shielded me. "Sophia is your daughter." My mom just snorted. "You're sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. This isn't your business." Dad gave her a chilling glare. I had heard from Grandma that he was abusive to my aunt when they were young, but my aunt stood tall, unfazed. "You want to cut ties with Sophia? Then she's not your family. I'll adopt Sophia. She's my responsibility now." I was stunned. So were all the witnesses. My aunt wanted to take me away. My parents only meant to scare me into donating my kidney, but they underestimated my resolve. And they didn't count on my aunt stepping up to adopt me. My mom was in shambles, mumbling in fear. "If Sophia leaves, who will donate the kidney? Do I really have to do it myself?" Dad squeezed her hand, whispering, "I gave the bone marrow." Tracy's favor shot up by 20 points. "Another kidney, and we'll snag the whole $1,000,000. Tears welled up in Mom's eyes. She didn't want to donate her kidney, but it'd mean $1,000,000, so she had to endure it. She glared at us. One lazy kid, and a fool who can't even take care of herself, trying to raise someone else's kid. "You'll regret this." I gave her a long, hard look. "The only people who would regret anything are them." My aunt whisked me away, got my hair cut, and bought me new clothes. As she looked at the reflection in the mirror, she said, "They say Sophia's dark, but I see a pearl, someone who deserves to be treasured." Tears filled my eyes. I used to think that if I were a bit fairer, maybe my life would have been different. Maybe I wouldn't have been renamed, leading that horrible life before. But I learned it wasn't my fault. Those who love me won't care about my looks. Every child has a guardian angel, and my aunt is mine. A few days later, Mom called my aunt, claiming she had just had a kidney transplant and needed care. She wanted my aunt to be her free maid. I laughed as I took the phone and casually said, "It's just a kidney. You're not dying. Why do you need pampering? Quit acting all high and mighty. You're not royalty." I hung up right away. I didn't want to hear her scream. After I donated my kidney last time, I was made to cook for them. When I said I felt weak, she shut me up with those same words. Now I gave them right back to her. I carefully asked my aunt, "Do you think I'm cold-hearted, a terrible person?" She sighed, "We've seen how your parents treat you. Stopping you from staying in that house is saving your life. I won't think that of you. In fact, I admire you being brave enough to stand up for yourself. You're a remarkable girl." I hugged her tight, knowing those who love me would understand. My aunt patted my back, nervously saying, "The entrance exam results come out tonight. Remember, exams don't define you. No matter what, you're my favorite kid." She was worried I'd be crushed if I didn't do well. When I was young, I excelled at school, bringing home first-place trophies, hoping mom and dad would praise me, be proud of me. But they would always change the name on the badge to my sister's. Eventually, learning became mundane, a routine task. Without genuine motivation, my grades slipped, and I was just getting by. But this time was different. That night, I showed my test scores to my aunt. Her eyes widened as she looked at her phone over and over again. 690. She mumbled, "Sophia, are you sure they didn't mess up the scores, or am I just seeing things?" I just smiled. In my past life, my grades were average. But during the 2 years I was stuck at home, meant to be an organ bank for my sister, my parents didn't let me use electronics or contact the outside world. So I just had my high school textbooks and review materials to keep me company. From dawn till dusk, I studied every little thing until I could play the college entrance exam in my mind like a game. In the actual exam hall, I breezed through the test like a fish in water. My aunt was more excited than I was, and we stayed up all night looking at colleges. Eventually, we decided to aim for a top school. She, with 2 dark circles under her eyes, said, "With such great scores, I'm throwing Sophia a grand celebration." A few days later, the event was set at a well-known restaurant in the city. Lots of relatives and neighbors came that night, including my parents. My mom, still not fully recovered health-wise, had a sharp tongue. "I heard the city's top scorer is having a celebration here today, too," she remarked. "You're really making a fool of yourself." My dad snorted. "Does she even deserve it? The real top scorer would feel unlucky just standing next to her." I found them amusing. People around had odd expressions because they'd all given gifts and knew I was the top scorer, since the average scores this year were low. There stood my parents, unaware of the situation, like 2 clowns. My mom loved comparing me to my sister, trying to put me down. Even bedridden, Tracy's teacher says she can get into an average college with her scores. What about you? If it were me, I'd be too embarrassed to throw a party for barely getting into college. They kept at it, with my dad adding that sending me to school was a waste, that I should have been working labor by now. I frowned slightly. I'm not really interested in just an average college. My mom laughed louder. "What's this about? Even if you wanted to, you wouldn't get in. Dream on." I tilted my head. Well, considering my score of 690, it would be a waste to settle for an average college. I'm aiming for something better. Her laughter was cut short as my aunt pulled her aside. "Hey, stop laughing. Sophia really made it this time with a solid 690. Other relatives chipped in. "Yeah, the city's top scorer is right in front of you. Didn't you see Sophia being interviewed on TV the other day? Reporters flooded her. You should be proud of your daughter, not dismiss her potential so quickly." My parents' faces went from pale to flushed. They hadn't figured I'd beat their expectations and become the top scorer. They must be full of regret. Why else would my mom's grip on my dad's arm be so tight that it bled? But that wasn't enough for me. I needed them to genuinely regret it. My aunt was pulled on stage, delivering a few words. Everyone celebrated her insight, saying she was blessed with a good life. The smiles on stage couldn't be bigger. I overheard my mom softly complain. How did Sophia even become the top scorer? If it were me, I'd be so proud. My dad tried comforting her. It's just a top scorer, nothing compared to millions. Tracy's favorability is almost full. Soon we'll be living the high life, so just eat. When he tried to grab food for her, I quickly moved all the main dishes away, leaving just a platter of cold side dishes. Since you're not well, you should have something lighter. They stared at me in disbelief. In my past life, this was my treatment too. Only small veggie dishes. And only during the holidays did I see meat. I'm just giving it back to them. They were about to argue when whispers spread. They didn't even bring gifts. Just here for the food. My mom felt even more embarrassed. She snapped, "I'll soon be a millionaire. You all just wait and regret." Everyone laughed, seeing her as delusional. As her temper flared, my dad quickly got her out of the restaurant, still saying, "Hold on. Soon we'll be living large, and they'll see who's really crazy." After this event, rumors about them just grew. They sold their house and car, blowing through piles of money. My dad spent wildly at the casino. My mom flaunted luxury items everywhere. They boasted to anyone who'd listen, "Once we're millionaires, we'll buy a mansion and a fancy car." Everyone just chuckled at them. So when they ran out of money and tried borrowing for Tracy's medical bills, no one opened their doors to help. Desperate, they turned to loan sharks. Yet they still claimed, a few grand is nothing compared to millions. What a pair of fools. They hadn't been this deranged in my past life. Maybe I pushed them toward this madness, made them crave validation they never had. A few days later, I was eagerly waiting for my college acceptance letter. Upon realizing the address was still my parents', I felt uneasy. My aunt was at work, so I quickly caught a ride to their place. By the time I got to their building, the letter had already been signed for. When I knocked on what used to be our door, unfamiliar faces greeted me. They'd sold the place. I raced to the hospital, desperately hoping nothing would go wrong. I rushed to Tracy's hospital room and, sure enough, saw my acceptance letter in their hands. Tracy held my letter with envy, saying, "This is the university I've always dreamed about. Too bad my health's not up to it. I can't even chase my dreams." My parents doted on her, saying, "Tracy, you're amazing. You'll definitely get in. We'll just change the name on the letter to yours to give you more motivation." I was furious. Since childhood, all my achievements had been replaced with my sister's name. This acceptance letter was my first hard-earned achievement in this new life, and I wasn't going to let this happen. I burst in to stop them, determined to get my letter back. Tracy was startled and quickly hid the letter behind her back. My mom, annoyed, said, "Why the drama? If you scare Tracy and something happens, will you take responsibility? It's just a piece of paper. We can change it. What can you do?" Tracy looked pitiful. "Sister, it's always been like this. Have you changed? I have leukemia, and you can't even grant me this little wish?" I was seething. "That's not yours. If you want something, earn it. That's mine. Give it back." Suddenly, my dad slapped me hard. My ears rang. He called me ungrateful, saying I was a traitor. But I didn't care. I went crazy trying to snatch back my acceptance letter. My dad knocked me to the ground and stepped on me, taunting, "We'll change the name right in front of you. What can you do?" Tracy took out the letter again, and my mom confidently pulled out a black pen, giving me a defiant look. Tears trickled down my face. My mom, like many times before, skillfully blacked out my name and wrote my sister's name instead. My heart sank. They looked thrilled while my dad, in front of Tracy, said, "Check if Tracy's affection points reached 100. My mom was equally excited, eyes shining, happily claiming the points were maxed out, and that $1 million was as good as theirs. Tracy looked bewildered, but they were too wrapped up in their joy to notice her. Finally, the system spoke up for all of us to hear. Affection points for target Tracy have dropped to 0. Strategy failed. They froze. My dad, panicking, said, "It was at 100. How could it drop to 0? Where's my million?" I laughed coldly. "That was my name, Tracy. I was your real target. Congrats, your actions just lost all my affection points." My mom collapsed, muttering in disbelief. Then she mumbled to herself, "That's right. When Sophia was born, I named her Tracy because of the frost outside. Why did I give the name to her sister? They're both my kids." Tracy cried out in fear. "Mom, Dad, what's wrong? Don't scare me." Enraged, my dad slapped her. "You're not Tracy. You don't deserve it." She was stunned. My mom laughed and cried, overwhelmed by the turn of events, as if all hope was lost. Suddenly, my dad looked at me, suspicion in his eyes. "How do you hear the system and know about the affection points?" Dad is always more rational and ruthless than Mom. I looked at him, pity in my eyes, because I'm a strategist too, with a task to get your regret level to 100. My reward is also $1 million. The system approached me after my rebirth, and I accepted silently. My top college exam score had earned them 20 regret points, and this reversal shot it to 80. Regret still rising. A doctor entered, handing my dad a long bill, notifying him of Tracy's worsening condition and heart failure. Without treatment, she wouldn't survive much longer. He patted my dad's shoulder consolingly and left. They knew my parents had done everything for Tracy's illness. Suddenly my mom sat up, grabbing Tracy by the neck, despairing, "Bone marrow, kidneys, now the heart? Let me give you my life." Tracy's face turned red with fear. Regret hit 90. Soon. Through the room burst menacing men in black jackets, brandishing weapons. They snarled, "You owe us $2 million now. Pay up today or else." Pointing a knife at my dad, his face went pale, trembling. A bald man threatened, "No money, we chop fingers, $2,000 each. Even your whole family won't cover it." Regret reached 95. I backed toward the door, aiming to escape. Down the hall rushed my aunt. She relaxed seeing me. "I remembered today's your big acceptance day. Dropped everything to find you, and here you are." Friendly, she took my hand. "Let's celebrate over your favorite dish." Buddha jumps over the wall. She pulled to leave, and I noticed my parents staring, conflicted. My mom even shed a tear. Regret hit 100. "Congrats on completing your mission. You've earned $1 million. I left with my aunt. Along the way, she sensed my mood and asked why. I hesitated, instead mentioning the missing letter. She dismissed it. "That's nothing. I'll ask your school for a reissue. Life's vast. Move on." 5 Stepping out of the cramped hallway, the world outside felt so expansive. I took a deep breath, letting go of all my earlier emotions. My life had emerged from the swamp, and a smooth path lay ahead. After dinner, I handed a card loaded with $10 million to my aunt. "There's $10 million on this. I didn't steal it, didn't rob it, but I can't say how I got it." My aunt gave me a look and handed the card back to me. "Everyone has secrets. If you don't want to talk about it, I won't ask. You keep the money. I have enough." I shook my head, already knowing her personality wouldn't let her accept it. I divided the money into 3 parts. 1 for donation, 1 for college expenses, and the rest went to a stock and fund brokerage with management rights given to my aunt. I planned to leave both the principal and interest to her. In the days that followed, I busied myself giving speeches at various high schools in the city, sharing my exam experiences with younger students. One day, exhausted after a talk at my old school, I heard 2 voices speaking in hushed tones at the hallway entrance. Suddenly cautious, I stopped in my tracks. The male voice was very familiar. It was my dad. "We've no other options now. We've put Tracy up as collateral. The next step is our own lives. Only by reclaiming that $10 million today do we have a chance to live." I peered around the corner to sneak a look, a glint of metal catching my eye, a knife. A chill ran down my spine. I had thought they'd leave me alone once their remorse level hit 100. How could he be so ruthless? My mom's voice trembled. "Do we really have to do this? What if she doesn't give it, and you accidentally stab her?" My dad paused, then said, "Then it's her bad luck." My legs began shaking. I wanted to run, but my body felt weak. My mom's voice was pained. "We've already lost Tracy. And now we're going to kill Sophia with our own hands? How did things get this far?" My dad started cursing my mom, and there was a loud banging sound. I gathered my courage and took another peek. My dad held my mom by her hair with his left hand, banging her head against the wall. His right hand was gone. "If you're scared, get lost. Don't drag me down. I must get that $1 million. I thought my mom would leave, and I was about to make my escape when I heard her hoarse voice, "Stop this. Don't make a bigger mistake. She's our own daughter." A strange feeling washed over me. This was the first time my mom acknowledged me as her own daughter. But it was too late. As they started arguing inside, I called the cops from a corner. By the time I came back, everything was quiet. I swallowed hard, peeking in with one eye. My dad lay on the ground, blood pooling under him, and running down the stairs. My mom stood there dazed, holding the knife. She turned and saw me. My heart pounded. My dad had lost his right hand to loan sharks. In their struggle, my mom accidentally killed him. I'd walked right into a murder scene. I thought she'd kill me to silence me. I stepped back slowly, watching her every move like she was a wild animal. Her hair a mess, eyes vacant, she blinked slowly, and the knife clattered to the floor. I relaxed a bit. Her mouth moved, but no words came out. The cops arrived quickly, arresting my mom and taking my dad's body away. I was taken with them to give a statement. In the patrol car, I thought about my mom's expression and suddenly realized she was saying, "Tracy, I'm sorry." I didn't know where Tracy was, but with heart failure brought on by leukemia, she probably wouldn't live long without my previous life giving her a heart. My dad didn't make it, dying at the scene. My mom was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to prison. As a witness, I testified in court. I told my mom, "I'm not Tracy. I'm Sophia." Tears welled up in her eyes. "You haven't forgiven me, have you? You're still blaming me. If it weren't for that strategy system, we wouldn't be here, no." I cut her off. "It's not because of the strategy system. It's because of your bias and greed." Her face froze, eyes filled with tears, and she didn't say another word. They took her away, and I left the courtroom. We walked in opposite directions, getting further and further apart. Stepping outside the entrance, I saw my aunt leaning against the car, waiting for me. She smiled brightly as soon as she saw me. "Sophia, I've been waiting for you. Hop in." Smiling, I got into the car. Before leaving, I looked back one last time. Goodbye. I'm headed to my future.